wait. Before you guys, take off or whatever, I just thought maybe you'd like to share a memory about Danny, being that he's not here, or would you like to say something about him, or?
Yeah. Danny was one of the most caring people growing up. Friends that I had that I hadn't seen in a while, or they always wanted to know how Danny was doing, because when, like, I would have friends, male friends, they would come over and we'd sit outside, and Danny would come out and serve us water. He'd bring us grapes. He said, what else do you need? Mema? He said, would you like something else to eat? And I said, no, it's okay. So a lot of my friends, none that I see anymore, but they used to ask me, how's Danny? Aww. He was very sweet.
Yes, Danny. Grace, surely you remember something about your bro.
He could have done anything he ever wanted. That I know, because he was able to talk to people. He could get along real good. He knew just what to say, and he was very smart. And he had a lot going for him.
Was he good looking?
Ooh, Paul Newman.
Mother?
I was fortunate enough to be in high school with him. And we had a lot of after-game dances at the time. And he used to love to dance. And he'd always come up and ask me to dance. And he always looked out for me, make sure I was going to be home on time, or I was going to be okay. If not, he was going to bring me home. He was the kind of brother that you would want to have as a teenager. And he looked out for his sisters. This was long before he went to the service and things changed. But he was the kind of brother that any sister would want to have. Good looking, good dancer, and he didn't mind dancing with his sisters at all. He'd rather dance with his sisters than try and score with somebody.
Well, obviously he did, because look at all these kids here.
Great choice of words. Great choice.
I remember he knew that by the time I was growing up, I didn't have anybody to play with. He would play with me a lot. He taught me how to ride a bike. He taught me how to race a little, what do you call it, motor, a little thing that my dad made us, a little hot rod.
Go-kart.
Yeah, go-kart. He taught me all that. And then he also, he was very popular in high school. Because he was popular, the girls all liked me. But when we go to the after-game dances, he wouldn't dance with any of them. He'd come up to me and he would dance with me first. He could do cha-cha, he could swing, and he had a wonderful voice, and he was very talented. He was always in talent shows, and he played basketball. He was very
He was a basketball captain.
Yes, and he was very popular, and he was a cadet in high school. He was very popular.
Baseball.
And then in baseball, very athletic. When I got married and stuff, the first time, he was always by my side and wanted to be sure. He was always happy that nobody did anything to me, and he was very protective over me. And he always told me, "I'm here for you, and I don't want anybody to mistreat you." And he just watched over me all the time. And I remember when I ran for Carnival Queen, and he was in the service. I said, "Daddy, I have to win this, because no Chicana has ever won it." He had all the sailor guys buy all the tickets, and I broke the record. He was a character. I want to add something. I didn't get to know Danny like they did because I was the older sister, but after he passed away, he came to me in a dream. And I was in this house with big tall windows, and he says, "Mema." And I look at him and said, "What is it?" And he says, he was outside, and he says, "Come out here." And I said, "What is it?" And he says, "I want to dance." I said, "Oh my God." So I climbed out the window, and it was a ramp that went L-shaped, and he danced me all the way down to the end, all the way back, the swing. And I had on a big skirt with petticoats, and every time he'd swing me around, I was grabbing, my skirts, and he would just laugh. Just a little chuckle that he would have. And then we got back to the window, he said, okay. And so I went inside, and he closed the window, and that was the end of my dream. But I told the girls later, I said, I had this dream, and he wanted to dance. He said he loved to dance. I never knew that.
Wow.
I didn't know that. But he came to dance with me.
Yes.
The
It's a good
last
dream.
time.
Yeah. Actually, while he was alive, I got to dance with him the last time. He was at my house and we had a band playing and he'd been staying in a home where they were taking care of him. And at that time, Charlie and I would pick him up on Sundays and take him to church and bring him to the house and he'd have lunch with us there. Anyway, we had this party one time and the girls were going to be there and I said, Danny, would you like to come? And so he did. He came and he just sat. Then they played an oldie. It was a slow one. And I looked at him, he says, I remember, or something like that. I said, you want to dance? He said, yeah. So we got that's a slow one, that's all I could do at the time. I said, so you remember? He says, I remember. And that was it. After that, he said, take me home.
But Keta was, after I told him about that dream, Keta told me, he says, or something, I don't know, they used to walk into, the PPAD was where they had a lot of dances. It's a dance hall in Visalia. And people would just be crowded at the back, and the band would be way over there. And Danny would walk in, and he says, all the girls wanted to dance with him, all the girls. They really were attracted to him. And these were things that I learned after he came to me in that dream. And I'm very happy about that.
He was more appreciated than he appreciated himself, and I don't think he ever saw that side of himself. That's what was so sad about his death. And I don't think he ever thought he was worth anything. And if he only would have known how much people adored him, and there's really and found him so funny, so much fun. I think maybe he would have done better. He was always so insecure.
He had that crazy laugh, I remember.
Yeah.
It was always laughing.
Martino, man.
He could really tap. He could really tap. He'd carry you under.
With your tongue,
Is that where I get mine?
No. His was more original.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it looks like I'm already either running out of a battery or memory, so I just want to say I appreciate you guys sharing your memories. And even though they knocked this house down, we can't take anything from this earth, so I just...
But I will tell you,
How
because of my parents, we have all of you that are
Yes.
so great. And I thank my parents for that over and over because all you kids are so wonderful. And we have really been blessed. I feel we've been blessed a lot. And I thank God. And I thank my parents for all of you because without them, you guys wouldn't have been here with us and sharing all this. And my parents play a big part in all these little Congrats.
Here.
You're here, and you know what?
Mom, stay away, baby. Go stay away. That must be good.
That's great.
Yes. All right, well, in the name of Angie and Enrique. Yes, thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much for being with us.
And sorry about your beer.